Lower the rear window until it is about 2 inches open when measured near the lock pull, red arrows. Remove the door panel. Please see our tech article and video on door panel removing by following the link at the end of this video. Disconnect your battery. If you need assistance with that, please also follow the link at the end of this video. You're going to be working around the airbag. So after you have disconnected the battery, please let the vehicle sit for a minimum of 15 minutes to dissipate any residual energy or electricity in the system. Working at the side airbag, disconnect the electrical connector by pulling it straight out. Slowly peel the vapor barrier off of the door. Be careful not to tear the barrier while removing it. If the vapor barrier tears, green arrow, replace it. The red arrow points to the butyl seal that you are separating from the door. Peel the vapor barrier, green arrow, off the door until you have access to the window motor, red arrow. Working at the top center of the door, working through the slot, loosen the T30 torque fastener, red arrow. Once loose, detach the window glass from the rubber insert in the clamps. Pull the door glass out to the closed position, then secure it in place using masking tape, red arrow. The window tends to stick to the rubber in the clamp insert. I find releasing it with a plastic panel tool makes it easier to get the glass out. Cut the zip tie at the top of the window motor, green arrow. Alternately, you can remove the zip tie mount from the window regulator using a trim panel tool. Just be careful not to damage the mount or the harness will not be secure. Disconnect the window motor electrical connector by squeezing the release tabs and pulling them off. With the window motor electrical connector already disconnected, next you have to remove the rivets. Use a drill or a grinder and remove the 6 window regulator rivets, red arrows. Remove the visible head of the rivet, then knock the rivet through the door using a small punch. With the rivets removed, lift and unhook the top of the window regulator from the door, red arrow. Be sure to paint any bare metal from grinding the rivets, green arrow. Remove the window regulator by moving the bottom of the regulator towards the vehicle, then sliding the top out the door to remove it. Be careful not to snag the wiring harness or scratch the door paint when removing it. To remove the motor, remove the 3 T30 torque fasteners as indicated by the red arrows. Pull the motor straight out of the regulator to remove it. It may be bound due to the pressure on the cables. Twist a small amount when pulling if needed. When installing the new motor, you will have to rotate it back and forth to get the splines on the motor and the regulator to align. Once seated, install the fasteners. Reverse the removal steps to install the new regulator into the door. Then align the regulator with the door skin and hook it into place at the top. Then align the regulator with the holes in the door. Be sure that all 4 rivet holes are oriented correctly. Then place a rivet, red arrow, into the rivet gun. Install the rivets holding the regulator against the door as you secure the rivets using the rivet gun. The upper rivet is shown. The remaining 4 are similar. Slide the window glass down and into the regulator clamp. The remaining installation steps are the reverse of removing. Properly route the wiring harness as they were before and be sure the vapor barrier is properly sealed. You may have to align and adjust the window glass when replacing a regulator. If so, I suggest picking up a repair manual as there are many specific steps involved with doing so. When the vehicle battery is disconnected or the power window components have been replaced, you have to initialize the power windows. A sign that you may need to initialize the window is one of your one-touch features is not working as expected. Use the following steps to initialize your power windows. Close the window. Hold the window switch until the window glass reaches the top of its travel. Hold it for 2 seconds. Open the window. Hold the window switch until the window glass reaches the bottom of travel. Hold it for 2 seconds. Activate the one-touch operation to close the window. Once the window closes, confirm that the one-touch operation works in both directions of the window glass travel. If so, initialization is complete. If not, repeat the steps. Thanks for watching. Click here to view the original article along with hundreds of other DIY content for your car.